Now, when we're drawing and painting, typically we start off with a drawing, and then from there we fill that drawing up with paint, much like a coloring book. So we have our drawing, and then from there we fill that drawing up with paint. And by the way, I'm using sketch paper for my sketching book for these exercises because these exercises are meant to simply get your muscle memory going and just sort of practice and getting used to uh, drawing with a brush. So using sketchbook paper, which is fairly cheap, kind of helps you to kind of loosen up and not feel the pressure of having to create beautiful masterpieces, because this is really more just an exercise. So depending on your comfort level, you can start off with a simple drawing. I'm using my red pencil because I like the fact that the red pencil is a middle value, so it's not too dark, but it's also not so light that I won't be able to see that drawing. And for these exercises, I'm just simply using black on top of my dirty palette. What it does is it just picks up random colors from nearby, so it gives my black a little bit more life and vitality. But for the most part, the exercise, it's really not about color, but more about kind of getting used to drawing and painting with your brush. So as you can see, I'm just drawing or painting a lot of cylinders, and I'm just sort of getting used to those shapes. So one approach when you're starting out is feel free to do a drawing and then fill that drawing up with watercolor paint. Now, as you get more comfortable, you can start to graduate to painting more with your brush. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. So you can start with a few exercises. One good one is to sort of practice painting ellipses with your brush. So something like that. And just do a few versions of that. And I'm using one of my round brushes. So for these exercises, I tend to gravitate towards brushes in the smaller range, but not too small, because they get a little more difficult when you're using a larger brush. So I might do a page of cylinders, and from that page I might start off with the ellipse, so the top part of the cylinder, and I might do a few versions of those. And if I'm comfortable, then I might do the body of the cylinder without the top. So I might do something like this. And what these exercises do is they help you to get used to the idea of drawing with your brush instead of your pencil. So I might do some exercises like this. It also gets you into the habit of mixing and getting used to finding the right consistency of water to paint. And as you can see, we're starting to get a lot of shapes that suggest the the shape of that cylinder. And as your confidence grows, you might want to try different objects, like maybe different containers. Maybe you have some cylinders in the medicine cabinet. Generally, containers holding vitamins or medicine. In fact, most containers are either boxes or cylinders. So there's no shortage of these kind of shapes to kind of pull from. So this is a container for some vitamins. If you have a cup that's nearby, so even as I'm doing this demo, I have a cup that's just right next to me. So I'll go ahead and paint that. And at this stage, don't worry about all the nuances that you find kind of inside that shape. Just get the outside shape going and then just fill that in. In a way, painting, you can think of painting as drawing, but instead of using line, you're essentially using shapes.